Good morning everyone. Hope you are well. It's Monday, May 31st, 2020. Now the time is 10 am and the temperature is 32 degrees centigrade here in Yangon, Myanmar. This is the Sofire and Company building located on the corners of Merchant Road and Pansodan Street in Yangon, Myanmar. This is a 4-storied building. It was one colonial era structure in Yangon that best evoked both the imposing elegance of the old Rangoon and the importance of the Baghdadi in the city's economy. The 4-story Sofires building that occupies the entire block between the Low Pansodan and 37th streets. Its yellow Italianate-style facade is richly decorated and boasts a recently restored blue entrance to Sofire and Company. In 1906, Isaac Sofire, an architect by training and a member of one of the most prominent and wealthiest Baghdadi Jewish families in Burma, sketched the design of these buildings and commissioned the renowned architect Thomas Wallace to construct it. To proclaim their building as a center of commerce, the Sofire selected the location at the most prestigious postcodes in the region at that time. No expense was spared. Art Nouveau, or rather arts and crafts style tiles, were brought in from Manchester and steel beams were delivered from Lancashire, England. The tiles can still be seen inside the building. The Sofires were a famous Jewish family in former Rangoon who owned several commercial properties around the city. They built their family's wealth around wine and spirits as well as food and rice exports. In 1930, the building was bought by a family of Indian Surti traders who promptly changed the name to the Randeria building. The building was known as Lokonath Building when the Lokonath Art Gallery opened its doors in 1971, becoming the first modern art gallery in Yangon. The Lokonath Building was one of the most important family-owned business buildings in Yangon. This is the first floor of the building. The Lokonath Building was a business building where people bought Egyptian cigarettes, Munich beer and candies from England during the colonial era. Despite this building is over 100 years old, it still remains in place today. This is a small cafeteria in the building. He is preparing milk tea. Various types of dishes are also available here. After Second World War, the building was transferred into government hands and housed various departments including the forestry department on the top floor and a government store run by the Ministry of Industry on the ground floor. The building stands proudly with its colonial features, the old wooden stairways, high ceilings, huge windows and the centennial tiles still exist throughout the whole building. The yellow color paint on the facade has faded somewhat and parts of the exterior are covered in moss and plants. But with the recent renovations over the past 10 years, new business owners have helped breathe life back into the old building. Sofairs opened with a great fanfare when the Governor General of Burma officially inaugurated the building with a gold key. Among Sofairs' tenants were important legal and financial officers of the Bank of Burma, China Mutual Life Insurance Company, and Reuters Telegram Company. Also, as if to showcase the cosmopolitanism of Rangoon, the popular Vienna Cafe opened its doors on the ground floor. A photographer from Germany, a leather merchant from Greece, and a hairdresser from the Philippines established their shops there as well. The name of the building has changed a few times over the years, and when in 2015 the Yangon Heritage Trust had placed its plaque on the wall, the building was called Lokonath after the Lokonath Contemporary Art Galleries opened there in 1971. Sofairs is bustling with life today as it was in 1906. A popular Japanese Korean restaurant is always full and many art lovers come to the art galleries. That's it from today's video. I hope you have enjoyed this update. Thanks for watching and see you in my next video.